Okay, everybody, hello again and welcome back to Let's Cook It. As promised before, when I did the hash brown casserole in the crock pot, which is done, and we'll be getting into that in just a little bit, I promised you a second dish that I'm going to make here. Basically what this is fried chicken, which has been lightly breaded in flour. Put some salt and pepper on there, season that up a little bit. I got some chicken breasts today and I've used a meat mallet on them to flatten them out a little bit so they'll cook a little bit faster and they'll be more tender. This chicken has something special going for it. It's going to have a caper sauce, which is made out of white wine. You can use any dry white wine, or you can use cooking wine. It's got heavy cream, capers, and the juice of 1 lemon, and butter. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put the camera down so you can see the chicken in the skillet. I did have to use the electric skillet, a bigger one this time, because I had 4 chicken breasts. Okay, so what you're going to do, after your chicken is done, you're going to take the chicken breast out of the skillet. And just put that over there on a plate. Alright, it's looking good already. Okay, so now what we're going to do is make a reduction, which what you're going to do first is put the 1 cup of dry white wine in there. And you just want to make sure you leave all the drippings from the chicken in this pan. Kind of turn that down a little bit. It is kind of bubbly. I did taste this wine and it is pretty dry, which is going to be great for this sauce because it does need to be a little bit tangy. Just keep stirring that until you get the desired consistency. It should cook down just a little bit. All right. I think that's looking pretty good so far. So now what you want to do, you're going to take the capers and just put them in there. And you're going to kind of saute these capers in this white wine reduction. And it helps to smash them a little bit because that helps get the flavor out of them. I love capers. They're really tart and tangy. It gives a really good flavor to a lot of dishes. I've had some chicken dishes made with capers, and it was really good. I really liked it. So I thought I'd look one up and try to get an idea of what I needed to put in this one to make this recipe for you guys. All right. That looks pretty good. My dog, little Eddie, my little dog Eddie, rather, has made an appearance, and Nelson is on the other side, and they're both kind of curious about what's going on. They know we're going to be eating in a little bit. All right, so to this, you're going to add the juice of 1 lemon. I bought a lemon and kind of pulverized it a little bit so I can get some of the pulp out of there too. Now, when you do that, you're going to have some of the seeds in there from the lemon. Just pick those out because you don't want them in your sauce and you don't want to eat those. You can turn the heat up a little bit on the skillet and just cook this down a little bit more. All right. Now to this, you're going to add 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. And some butter. Yes, the sauce is a little bit on the heavy side, but we don't eat like this every day, so I think it's going to be good. You know, it's all right. Treat yourself every once in a while, I say. Now, before I put the chicken breast in the flour, I dredged it through. I just put a little bit of salt and pepper on there just to season it up a little bit. Use any seasoning you like. Some of the recipes call for a little bit of paprika. I think that would be good too. Or if you don't want to use any seasoning at all, that's all right. And if you want to add the salt and pepper to your flour before you put the chicken in there, that's all right. Just want to get some seasonings and have that really good flavor for the chicken. All right. Now I want this to simmer just a little bit. I definitely want to get that butter to melt before we put the chicken back in. Just keep stirring it so it doesn't stick. This is a non-stick electric skillet, so I don't think it's going to happen, but you definitely don't want to scorch it. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. So, that's going to simmer a little bit. We are going to put the chicken back in the pan. Just put it right down on top of the sauce there. Alright, I'm going to get this plate out of the way. You can turn the heat down just a little bit, like I said, because everything is done. You just want it to stay hot. So, what you want to do is kind of tip this skillet here. And get some of those capers and that sauce. Just baste the chicken. I told you this recipe was going to be a little bit involved, and I was right. It's okay, though. I've enjoyed making it. I wanted to fry the chicken first just to eliminate that step, because it would have been a really long video, and I don't want it to be super long. All right. Now, you probably want to let this cook a little bit to thicken up the sauce. It is a little bit of a runnier sauce, I would say. That's all right, but if you like it a little bit thick, just let this cook down a little bit, and you can spoon some of that over the chicken. And it's going to give it a really good flavor. I think the lemon juice, the addition of lemon juice is going to be good. Some of those recipes didn't call for that. But I like lemon, so I thought I would add that in there for you. Now, we're not going to have a vegetable with this. We're going to have this chicken with that hash brown casserole. And I'm just going to stir this chicken a little bit. That sauce is getting a really good consistency. And I'm just going to continue to baste the chicken. I think this dish would be good with some Italian green beans with a little bit of garlic in there. Maybe make an almondine and put some slivered almonds on there, on those green beans. I think that would be good. I think I might have my next recipe idea. Something with green beans. All right. Okay, so I'm going to get a plate, put some of this chicken on there, and that hash brown casserole we're going to try it out and see how it turns out. I'm going to put the video on pause for just a second. Okay, folks, I kind of moved everything around to where I could get it. I had to kind of scoot this hash brown casserole over.